Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luke, otherwise known as CoolHandWiz, and today we are playing a game called The Hollow. It is an indie, kind of spooky horror game, which I thought would be great to play around this time of the year. I actually will leave a link if you guys want to play it for yourself. If you guys enjoy this, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more games like this here on the channel. And apart from that, let's get started. As my queen commands, here now is the story in its entirety. It began not long ago in a place not far from here, in a small cottage at the edge of the woods. There lived in the cottage a huntsman and his wife, Celeste, and together they had a beautiful daughter by the name of Molly. For a time, they were happy, until the fateful day Celeste became gravely ill and never recovered. It was a tragic loss. The huntsman and his daughter grew distant, neither weeping neither mourning. And then, one day, "Father, I'm going out to play." "Where are you going?" "To look for the rabbits in the bushes, by the trees." "Well, as long as you stay away from the woods." And off she went to play. The huntsman, busy with numerous tasks around the home, paid little heed to the sun creeping across the sky. Dusk arrived when he realized Molly had not returned. He called out her name, but his voice was lost in the noise of the trees. With his trusty hunting knife and a belt and a bow across his back, he set off to look for Molly by the forest edge. When he arrived at the edge of the woods, he found no sign of her. We'll go to the bushes, since that's what she said. Although there was evidence that she had played here, there was no clue as to where she might have gone. Investigate the creek, maybe? The creek was Celeste's favorite place to sit and weave flower crowns for Molly, but there was no indication that Molly spent any more time here. Hey, over here! Search for the source. The call had come from a small outcropping of rocks. Oddly, no one seemed to be present. Down here, in the mud. There, in the mud, at his feet, lay Molly's little jester doll. It was a ragged old thing that Celeste had found one year and had given to Molly. The girl and the doll were rarely seen apart, so to find it here was somewhat alarming. "I'm so glad you found me. I was afraid some vermin might take me away into its burrow, and then what would you do?" "You can talk?" "Have I lost my mind? Where's Molly?" "Ah, that's the right question. I'm afraid it's bad news. We were playing when she heard a lullaby from the woods. It was the same lullaby our dear departed Celeste used to sing to her before sending her to the dream realm." "Who was singing it?" "I wish I knew. Celeste, certainly not Celeste, however. There's more to these woods than mere pixies and brownies. I'm going after her." The huntsman knew the dangers of these woods. By the king's decree, they had been forbidden for all to enter. With his daughters lost in these woods, that meant nothing to him. The huntsman plunged forward into the darkness. I suppose you might say that this is where our story really begins. Wow, I'm really liking this so far. Part 1, The Hunt. Well now, what have we here? "I am the huntsman. Who are you?" "Well now, your voice is full of bravery and courage. That's good. You're going to need it. You need to give your eyes a moment to adjust to the darkness. You're obviously not from around here. The name's Slaw, and this here is my part of the woods. What's a huntsman like you doing here? Didn't you know humans ain't allowed in here?" "I'm looking for my daughter." "Your daughter? Oh, you mean the little girl that came through here before dusk." "My daughter, have you seen her?" "Yeah, and I'll give you this one for free. See that tree hollow over there? It's through there she went. If you want to find her, you best hurry on though." Although the huntsman had met few satyrs in his life, he knew to be wary of them. "Why would you help me?" "Because between you and me, having a huntsman here in my woods makes me nervous. Never know when you might try and cut open a wolf or kill a river spirit. The quicker I send you and after your daughter, the better for me and mine. So, off you go then." Keeping a hand near his hunting knife in case the satyr tried anything, the huntsman approached the tree hollow. It seemed to grow bigger as he got nearer, becoming big enough for a grown man to clamber through, which is precisely what he did. This is like reading a book, and climbed out in another part of the forest. Be careful. The satyr works for the Hollow Queen. She's powerful around these parts. Who is the Hollow Queen? Tall, dark, and spooky. Some say she covets human emotions because she can't have any of her own. Continue forward. The smell of a nearby campfire drew the huntsman's attention. In a small clearing among the trees, he spotted a man equipped with not unlike himself, another hunter. Hello there. How strange to see another human in these woods. You're the second one I've seen today. Was the other one a little girl? Indeed, she was. She was in the company of a very spooky lady, however, so I took pains not to reveal myself. These are not safe woods. Where did they go? And here the hunter hesitated. Well, I suppose I could tell you, but I imagine you'd be on your way, and then how would we ever know? Know what? Why, who's the better hunter between the two of us, of course? A worrying gleam appeared in the hunter's eye. Oh my gosh. Here is what I propose. There's a basilisk that roams these woods. Whomever twixt the two of us, that's not even a word, between the two of us, can track and kill first wins. At least I don't think it's a word. If you win, I'll send you on the trail of the girl and her spooky escort. If I win, you must give me your bow and your knife and return home and tell all that you meet that I am the greatest hunter this land has ever known. You don't leave me much choice. Wonderful. The hunter went about preparing his provisions, and the huntsman realized he had an opportunity. There by the fire, unattended, was the hunter's bow. It would be effortless to sabotage it, and with the hunter's attention elsewhere, the huntsman had no doubt he could get away with it. So, give the hunter tracking advice, sabotage the hunter's equipment, give the hunter bad tracking advice, wish the hunter luck on his hunt. So, there are 2 good options and 2 bad options. I think I'm gonna go the good route and give the hunter tracking advice. Thank you for the help, friend, but I hardly need it. The hunter gathered up his gear and smiled at the huntsman. May the best man win. And with that, the hunter disappeared. Although the huntsman was a skilled tracker, these woods were filled with confounding magics that thwarted his efforts. What he took for a group of fireflies turned out to be pixies, and the trees he marked would uproot themselves and change places when his back was turned. Then came a lilting voice from the bottom of a ridge. Help! Peering over the edge of the ridge, the huntsman saw a peculiar sight. A creature covered in vines and leaves was stuck in a makeshift trap. Still unseen, the huntsman had a choice to get out with his hunt and leave the creature be, just as he could go down and help it out or fire off an arrow and end it. Be careful. Creatures in these woods are full of trickery. You never know which might suddenly betray you. Not to mention that every second we spend here is another second the other hunter is ahead of us. Okay, so we could kill the creature and move on, ignore the creature and carry on with the hunt, or go down and free the creature from the trap. Go down and free the creature. Well, my queen, you should have seen the other hunter. Down the ridge he slid, much to the creature's surprise, and by approaching carefully, freed it from its trap. The creature gratefully revealed itself to be a dryad. Brave huntsman, thank you for your aid. Had you not come upon me, I surely would have perished. The trees whispered to me that you hunt the basilisk. It is a dangerous and elusive creature. To reach before your rival claims it, follow the dry riverbed. Do not listen to the whispering trees, for they will lead you astray. I understand the stakes are high in this contest of yours, but I also ask of this of you. Do not kill the basilisk. Its presence is all that keeps the great hungry beasts from claiming these woods as their hunting grounds. They are a much fiercer threat. Say nothing. I will try and spare the basilisk if I can. Dryad, now freed, melted away into the trees, her laughter fading with the wind in the leaves. Why was she laughing? Growing used to the peculiarities of these forests, of these woods, the huntsman grew confident that he was on the right trail. Sure enough, as he followed the dry riverbed, he heard the trees whispering and cajoling. Following the Dryad's advice, he ignored every foul, taunting word. As he pushed through the woods, the trees, he came upon a remarkable sight. There was the basilisk, coiled and ready to pounce, but it had not noticed our huntsman. No, its attention was on the rival hunter, who remained oblivious to its presence. The huntsman had little time to make a choice. So we can alert the rival hunter to the basilisk, shoot the basilisk first, scare the basilisk, or wait for the basilisk to wound the hunter. We'll scare the basilisk. Had the situation not been so dire, I would have laughed to see the huntsman make such a loud and terrible ruckus. The basilisk, taken aback by the sudden cacophonous, first turned tail and slithered back into the woods, fast as lightning. I had him! You scared him away. He has our scent now. We'll never again find him. Then there's no contest. I suppose you're right. I saw the little girl and the spooky woman head yonder through those trees. The huntsman pointed to a nearby corpse of dark and foreboding trees. Best of luck on your hunt, friend. I do not think we will meet again. The huntsman, tired of these games and grateful to once more be on the trail of his daughter, thanked the hunter and gathered up his things. He left without looking back. Following the trail given to him by the hunter, the huntsman found himself in a ring of thick trees with no obvious way forward. Well now, does our tracker need some help finding his way? Another satyr appeared before the huntsman. My queen would have recognized this hunter, this one as Rudis, but the huntsman never did learn his name. Wow, I really like the art style. After all this juncture with a man of the hunt such as yourself to do but follow the breadcrumbs laid before him, so to speak. Or what is a man? You work for the Hollow Queen, don't you? We're all servants of the Hollow Queen. Even you, in your own bumbling way, contribute to the workings of her will. Is she the one that took my daughter? To be entirely honest, I don't think take is the correct word. If your daughter is with her, then she must have gone on her own will. Which way do I go? The forest is full of roads that lead nowhere and back, around and up and down until you lose yourself forever. Luckily for you, I happen to know which road you need to travel. There are trees here that are hollow. Within doubt, climb through to find your path. And if you cannot find a tree hollow, why, simply ask the nearest satyr for help. With that, the satyr stepped aside, revealing a tree hollow behind him. He gave a bow and a flourish, inviting the huntsman to step through. The tree hollow grew in size, drawing the huntsman in until he once again found himself in the darkness. Wow. I don't think I've played a game like this before. Part 2, Forget Me. Once more, the huntsman was in another part of the woods, but this time he was on a road. He traveled it for some time before he came across a pair of strangers, a set of twins. Stranger, hello there. Hello there, stranger. Lost, are we? Are you lost? I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. I might be lost, yes. I'm looking for the Hollow Queen. The Hollow Queen? She's spooky, that one. Well, you're on the right road, yes indeed. It's just a shame that you'll never be able to get off this road. Why? Oh, look at their masks. What do you mean? At the end of this road is a fearsome beast that will only let you pass if you pay the toll. It costs a single gold coin to pay the toll, but we don't have any coins. So we're stuck on this road until we find gold. What's in the other direction? That way lies the merchant. Yes, the merchant. He has got gold. Gold he has. But we've nothing to sell, so we're stuck. But maybe you. You could sell something. Yes. Get a gold and set us free. Go see the merchant. See the merchant, go. The twins ambled off hand in hand, leaving the huntsman on his own. We should probably see this merchant before we see the beast and try to get a gold coin. But I've nothing to sell either. You might have something he wants. The creature of these woods don't just deal in trinkets, but if you find his price too steep, well, you are armed after all. So the huntsman turned in the other direction, climbing down the winding road until he came across upon the merchant. A stranger approaches, a hunter. Have you come to trade? I seek a gold coin. Then you have come to the right merchant. I could trade you one for something in equal or greater value. I have nothing to trade. On the contrary, I see in your vast richness, even you yourself do not visit it often. In fact, it seems as though you might have been trying to get rid of it, so perhaps my offer will seem a fair one. What's your offer? The merchant hesitated. The memory of Celeste, your wife, and all the happy moments you spent together? For those, I shall give you a gold coin. What? As you can imagine, my queen, or perhaps you cannot. The huntsman did not answer right away. Sensing the trepidation, the merchant went on. The memories would be gone from your mind. You would not miss her or remember the pains of her loss. Oh my gosh, that's a really big sacrifice. The road to getting your daughter back does require sacrifice. I can tell you what the best choice is, but at the least, Molly would remember her mother. Attack the merchant, trade away the memories, leave without the gold. Well, I don't feel right doing this one, trading the memories. So, and attacking the merchant doesn't seem right either. Leave without the gold. A shame. Goodbye, traveler. I hope you do not remain lost for long. Empty-handed, the huntsman returned to the road. Back on the road, the huntsman ran into the twins once again. You saw the merchant, didn't you? Didn't you see the merchant? Do you have it? Do you have the gold coin? Without it, we will remain stuck here. I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, I see. Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you for trying. Thank you. Maybe we will have a chance we'll chance upon another stranger with something to trade. A stranger with something to lose. Goodbye, stranger. Goodbye. The twins, with a saddened slump in their step, left the road and wandered into the woods. It was the last time they were seen, my queen. The huntsman went on his way, readying himself for the confrontation ahead. The creature came into view. It was another satyr. My queen would have recognized him as Kuna. Well, well, what have we here? Our father looking for his daughter. If you made it this far, then you've come across... You passed my brother's test. Test? We don't just let anyone see the Hollow Queen. But fear not, little huntsman, you've passed. You won't get to meet the Hollow Queen, but she approves of your actions and has decided to go home with your daughter. And as an added bonus, she has seen to bringing back your wife. What's the catch? No catch. Step through this tree hollow and see yourself home. The satyr stepped aside, and sure enough, there was a large tree hollow behind him. Through this hollow, the huntsman could see his home and two small feminine figures. He stepped through, wondering what actually awaited him on the other side. Ooh. Part 3. Wolf at the door. Father! Hello! It's so good to see you back here from the forest. Molly, is that really you? Of course it is. Who else would it be? It's so good to see you again. You're alive? Yes. I can remember what happened. I can't really remember what happened, but I know I was very cold. But I seem to have gotten better. Isn't this wonderful? I'm just glad we are all together again. Now let's go inside and prepare for dinner. It will be dark soon. The huntsman followed inside, afraid of what he might suddenly wake up from this dream. He wanted very much for all this to be true, but in his heart, he could feel something was very off. It was a fantasy. This seems way too easy. The wise thing to do, he knew, was to leave, but he had no reason why he shouldn't enjoy it for a moment longer. In a bit, he told himself he would walk away. Maybe after dinner. Maybe after the dishes were cleaned. Maybe after everyone went to bed. The sun was long gone when the huntsman realized he wanted to stay more than he could bring himself to leave. He was sitting alone in the kitchen when he heard a sound from outside. Wolves! Look outside. The huntsman sidled up to the window and peered outside. There was a near-pitch darkness out there, but in it he could make out glowing eyes and flashing teeth. These were no ordinary wolves. The wolves spoke. Little huntsman, you are very lost. The house you sleep in is not yours. It is built from your memories. The young girl that sleeps with the guise of your daughter is not your daughter. She is a simulacrum, a spirit who means to steal your heart if you go to sleep. The woman in the shape of your dear departed Celeste is another such spirit. Let us in, little huntsman, and let us devour these spirits. We promise you may walk away unharmed, but you must leave the door open and take with you no lantern. The light repels us. If you stay, little huntsman, you will awaken tomorrow with no heart and no love. The spirits will be gone. These wolves may be right. This is not your home. But I do not know what's safest, staying here or going out there. What I do know is that these wolves cannot enter as long as you do not invite them in, but none of your weapons would be of any use against them. Leave without a lantern, stay inside and spend the night, and leave with a lit lantern. Wow, okay, I guess we should leave with without the lantern, because it does not seem right. Like, it seemed way too easy. I don't think this is the true ending of the story. So, leave without the lantern. The huntsman quietly gathered up his things and slipped out the door into the darkness. Although he could not see them, he could feel the wolves around him. They were a cold wind that brought feelings of despair and sorrow. Now leave the door open and walk away, little huntsman. Leave us our meal. Oh my gosh, this is so messed up. Okay, leave the door open for the wolves. Leaving the door open behind him, the huntsman stepped forward into the darkness. The wolves, barking and howling excitedly, rushed past him into the house, taking with them his feelings of hope and joy. Desperation and sorrow overtook the huntsman as he willed himself forward until the house and the wolves disappeared and the darkness of the woods swallowed him up. Wow. All three. What do you think, brothers? Is he ready? Search me. He never even managed to get a gold coin from the merchant. Not like it was easy to get a task to get. That don't mean nothing. I don't know about you, brothers, but I have no other test for him. I suppose it's time. Right, time to meet the Hollow Queen. And that, my queen, is when we came before you. Our final part, the Hollow. I really like the music in this. We feel a warmth approaching, a life that is not yet ours. We did not summon this life, but we have been expecting it. This is the huntsman, my queen. This is the father of the young girl that summoned you. Joaquin, my most loyal servant, what is this shape that you hold? Take your true form when you speak to us, as my queen commands. Oh my gosh, he was a satyr too? The whole time? And here, my queen, is where you commanded us to tell the tale of how we came to be before you. So now that you have heard our tale in its entirety, what is your command? To you, my subject, we bid thee to be silent. To this huntsman, however, we cannot issue this command, for he is not one of our subjects. You believe we have stolen your daughter, but we have done nothing of the sort. For you see, we are the Hollow Queen, and we seek an heiress. Only one who is hollow, devoid of all of emotion, may take this throne to rule our kingdom. Your daughter, dear huntsman, has grown more and more hollow since the passing of her mother. It is the emptiness inside her that drew us to her, and we have invited her to stay with us until she is able to take our throne. She has followed us willingly and has always had the choice to return home, should she wish it. However, she is not entirely hollow. We knew that you may come for her, and in anticipation we sent our loyal satyrs, to test your spirit. Now that we have heard the tale of your approach, we sense the changes in your daughter's spirit. It is full of turmoil. The grief of her mother's loss is still present, but it fades into forgetfulness. She will only be fit to rule in our place if she becomes entirely hollow. So we bid you take her home once more and help her forget her grief and help her forget her joy. Only once she has become completely hollow will we return and bid her take her rightful place. Goodbye, huntsman. We will see you again if you serve us well. They're asking us to give up our daughter? What? Tell me, Joquin, did the huntsman live happily ever after? I do not know, my queen. I suppose it depends on you, my queen. How do you mean, my jester? Speak plainly. Well, does my queen prefer happy endings or unhappy endings? You know well the answer to this. Well then, there is nothing else to say. What does that mean? Does that mean it was a good ending, except perhaps the end? What does that mean? Does that mean that he gave up his daughter? I thought we chose, this was really good. Wow, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed this. This is really cool. It kind of reminds me of the RPG Maker games that we played on the channel before, like the Witch's House and the Mad Father and stuff like that. If you guys enjoy this and want me to play more games like this on the channel, let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoy this though, be sure to give the video also a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome to the channel. Apart from that though, I will see you in the next video. Adios.